Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Rob, and if you're somebody who's trying to lose weight, if you're searching the internet right now trying to find actual strategies to lose weight, then this is a video for you, okay? I put together 5 proven strategies to actually help you lose weight. Now, in this list, you're not gonna find gimmicks, you're not gonna find false promises to where I say that you're gonna lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna do any of that for you. I actually put this list together for those of you who actually wanna put in the work and lose weight. Now keep in mind, when you're watching this video, I put this list together in hopes that you actually follow all these strategies together and that you dedicate a minimum of 6 months towards actually implementing these strategies. Again, this is 5 tips, 5 strategies for you. I'm going to try to keep it brief for you. So let's just get into the video. Okay, so the first tip for you, the first strategy for you is to adopt some sort of running or walking routine. Now, I know for many of you, if you have a couple extra pounds on you, if you haven't been working out in a while, running might be out of the question for you right now. But I say that you need to build up to running through walking by adopting a walking routine. This is going to be huge for you in your weight loss journey, and here are just some of the benefits that you're going to get from walking. Walking improves cardiac risk factors such as cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, vascular stiffness, inflammation, and stress. And also, it's going to help protect against dementia, peripheral artery disease, obesity, diabetes, depression, colon cancer, and even erectile dysfunction. And that is just walking. You are going to reap all those long-term benefits just from walking. Just if you start walking today, you're going to help yourself in those areas. Now, as far as short-term, you're actually going to have an increased aerobic capacity. You are going to have stronger legs, and you're also going to be obviously burning some calories, which is very important if you're trying to lose weight. Now, the walking I'm also talking about is not, hey, I'm gonna park, very far away and I'm gonna walk to the front of the store. It doesn't mean that you're walking into your office. It doesn't mean you're walking inside the store. What I'm talking about is actually dedicating time to walking or running, okay? I'm talking about actually saying, hey, it's 7 p.m. right now. I need to go out there and walk for about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock, however long you wanna do it. I would actually suggest doing it a minimum of a half hour of walking. But that dedicated time is what I'm talking about. And again, for many of you, if you haven't been exercising, if you haven't been doing any of this, I would suggest building up to it, all right? You just don't want to go in there and start walking or running every single day because you can definitely injure yourself. So do something, for example, maybe, for the first couple weeks, maybe walk 3 days a week. And then a couple weeks after that, do maybe 5 days a week, and then just build up to actually walking about 7 days a week, because again, it is just walking. It's not going to be too strainful for you, and it's also going to help build you up so then you can start jogging and then running. But again, you don't have to adopt 7 days a week right off the bat. Just build yourself up to it, but it is going to help you in the long run. If you're looking to lose weight, you need to be burning calories in dedicated time, and you just need to find other ways to actually lose weight. And this is one of the ways that you can lose weight, is by walking. And it's going to help you out in many other areas of your life, and it's definitely going to help you out in this next strategy that I'm going to suggest for you. Okay, so the second thing that you should be doing if you want to lose weight is dedicating some of your time to strength training. Okay, walking or running is not going to be enough for you. You do have to, get in the gym and actually pick up some dumbbells, kettlebells, or use the machines. You have to do something like that to actually build up some muscle to help you lose weight. Now, I am filming this during the coronavirus, so there are a lot of gyms that are closed right now. But the good news is that you're going to get great benefits from body weight exercises at home. So you can still do that and you can still get benefits from it. And honestly, for those of you who haven't been working out in a very long time, I actually suggest that you start with body weight exercises to give yourself a foundation to actually build up upon, to where you can get into the gym, you can pick up some dumbbells, kettlebells, you can go and use the machines, and you have a lower risk of actually injuring yourself. So, if your gym's open, great, jump in there. I'd still maybe do a couple weeks of body weight exercises, then grab some weights. But if your gym's not open, don't worry, you can do body weight exercises at home and you're still going to get great benefits from it, because strength training, one of the many things that it does for you is it actually raises your resting metabolism. So what that means for you is that you're going to be burning calories while you're at rest. So the whole goal with losing weight is seeing, when you can actually burn some calories. And again, with strength training, you're going to be burning calories when you're at rest, when you're not actually working out. So that should be good news for everybody, right? Now, also, you're going to be burning calories, obviously, while you're doing these strength exercises. So you're going to have that dedicated time in your day of burning calories. So that's going to help you out. You're also going to be putting on some muscle. You're going to be getting a little bit stronger, and muscle burns calories better than actual fat. So that's going to help you out as well. And I actually suggest that you do strength training anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes a day. And, obviously not do it every day, but choose somewhere between 3 to 6 days a week to where you're dedicating some time to strength training. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't really know what's going on, what workouts to do, I actually have a workout program for you. It is actually focused on people who are taking that first step, who haven't been working out in a long time. It's called the First Step Workout Program, and I have a link for it down in the description box for you. That can definitely help you out. And so far, I'm only asking you, with the combination of walking or running for 30 minutes and strength training for about 30 to 60 minutes, the minimum that I'm asking you to dedicate towards exercising is just about 60 minutes. So obviously that's more than what you were doing before, but it is just 60 minutes out of the 24 hours that you have in a day. So it's not too much, okay? And that is, again, just the exercising part of it. Now let's start talking about the intake part of it. Let's start talking about the food, and let's get into the next strategy. Okay, so now you're somebody who has a cardio routine and you have a strength training routine as well. So we need to focus on what you're putting into your body. We need to focus on what fuels your body. And to start, we need to cut out a couple things. So the third strategy for you is to cut out sugar and cut out processed food. Sugar is very addictive for you, and it's very bad for you as well. And processed food is the same. It is addictive and it is very bad for you. It's almost fake fuel. You think that you're actually fueling your body for your everyday life, but it's not really fuel for your body at all. And here's an actual study that was done on sugar intake, and this is what it said. The effects of added sugar intake include higher blood pressure, inflammation, weight gain, diabetes, and fatty liver disease, and they are all linked to an increased risk for heart attack and stroke. Okay, so that's huge. Those are some major downfalls from a high sugar intake, and many people have a high sugar intake basically because it's found all over the place. We are plagued by it. It is in almost all of our food. If you go to a regular grocery store, they just add sugar into a lot of different things because, for one, it's very addictive, okay? And that should show you that you need to cut it out. Something that's that addictive, it needs to be cut out. So I know this is gonna be a pain in the ass for a lot of people because, one, again, it is addictive. People are addicted to it. So it's just hard to kick any addiction. But also, again, it's very hard to find food that doesn't have this added sugar. I would say, to make it easy for you, just cut out any fast food restaurant and then only shop at like a Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, something like that. And the only reason why I say those grocery stores is because they basically do the hard work for you, okay? They only allow food in there that is mostly healthy for you. Not all their food's very healthy for you, but mostly healthy for you. So you're gonna have some more options versus going to a regular grocery store. But the thing is that it is a little bit more expensive. But the good news is that you can find food, healthy food, in a regular grocery store. You just have to look a little bit harder. But again, this is going to be a thing that's going to be huge for you if you want to lose weight, is cutting out the sugar and cutting out processed food. This takes out a lot of people. A lot of people fall victim to this, and this really adds on to the weight because the processed food, the processed sugar, the added sugar to food, it actually causes you to have an increased appetite. So you actually end up eating more. So that's not good. And the food that you are eating is very high in calories and it almost has no nutrients for you. So that's why I say it's kind of like fake fuel. You're getting calories from it, but it has no real nutritional value for you. So it's really just harming you in the long run. Like I said before, you have all those things that you're at risk for. You also have a 38% increased risk for cardiovascular disease as well from it. So it's just all bad. So definitely, again, if you're trying to lose weight, start running, start walking, do weight training, and also cut out sugar and processed food. Now let's get into the next thing. Strategy for you is to adopt intermittent fasting. Now I know it kind of sounds like a fad strategy. It kind of sounds like I'm jumping on a train that's been going on for a while. Intermittent fasting is on a sharp rise, but I myself have been using it basically my whole life, and I firmly stand by intermittent fasting. And furthermore, there's actually research that's been done on intermittent fasting. So it's not something that's just woo-woo. It's not something that people just throw out there. And here's what the research said. According to a study, intermittent fasting may reduce body weight by up to 8% and decrease body fat by up to 16% over 3 to 12 weeks. So that's great. The research actually says that you're going to reduce your body fat. So again, if you're trying to lose weight, that's huge for you. I also think additionally, what intermittent fasting is going to do for you, it's going to help you say no to eating, because there are many different strategies within intermittent fasting that you can adopt. And by all means, take any of the strategies that you want. But what I suggest is just starting with only eating at noon and then eating from noon to 8 p.m., stopping your eating time at 8 p.m. Now, what this is going to do, the additional benefits that it's going to give you is that if you're used to eating breakfast, you're now going to have to say, no, I'm not going to eat breakfast. You're going to have to say no to eating, okay? And that's going to be a huge thing for people who are trying to lose weight, because you have to reduce the amount of calories that you're used to eating, okay? So you're going to have to say no at some point, and doing intermittent fasting is going to have that double benefit for you, to where you're training your mind to say no, and it's actually helping you lose weight just by you saying no. It's going to help you lose weight by reducing that body fat. So that's why it's on the list, is because it's going to help you reduce body fat, again, just by saying no, just by, going through those hunger pangs and making it through the day without diving in and eating outside of that 8-hour time frame. But now let's get into the next strategy. Okay, so the last strategy for you is to not overeat. And the reason why I bring this up is because if you're adopting this intermittent fasting diet, one of the things that many people do is that within that 8-hour time where they're supposed to be eating, they overeat. They eat like 4 or 5 large meals with snacks, and they just eat way too much. They think it's a free-for-all. So I say just do not overeat. I would suggest maybe eating maybe 2 larger meals in that 8-hour time frame, and then a few snacks in there, but definitely focus on not overeating. And that's going to obviously help you in the long run as well. If you're just sticking to regular portion sizes as well, that's all going to help you, okay? But that's the last tip. That's the last strategy. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Just do not overeat. And that's the entire list, okay? Again, if you're trying to lose weight, these tips, these strategies that I'm telling you, they're not too complicated, right? I'm just talking about running, walking, just talking about going, lifting some weights, also doing some intermittent fasting for yourself, cutting out processed sugar, cutting out processed food, and then not overeating, okay? It is a lot of different things that you may or may not be doing right now, and you do have to create these habits. So it is for sure going to be difficult, but as far as the steps to take, they're very simple in nature. But the good thing about it is that you can actually trust these steps. These are provable ways that you can lose weight. So if you're somebody sitting there and you're like, hey, I want to lose weight, and you don't really believe all the things that you're hearing on Instagram or other YouTube videos, if you're like, well, this kind of seems kind of nonsense, you can at least look at this list and look at these strategies and say, hey, these actually work. And look, if you don't believe me, just Google any of these strategies. Just Google, what does processed sugar do to my body, and then type in research after that, and you're going to actually find studies that show all the negative effects. And you can Google all these strategies and you can actually put them to the test, okay? But these things actually work. And I think if you're somebody who's trying to lose weight, it feels a lot better when you can actually lean on things that will actually work. When you can wake up every morning and say, hey, I'm going to go walk today, I'm going to go run today, because if I do this for a long period of time, it will help me out, it will help me lose weight. And I think that's very comforting for people, is when you can just go, hey, even though it's very difficult to do these things, I know that if I put in the effort over time, it will actually pay off. And I can guarantee that these 5 strategies will work for you. You will be able to lose weight with these strategies over time and with the effort, all right? But that's the list. Again, I hope this helped you out. Again, if you're looking for something that kind of has this whole list together and it kind of has everything a little bit more structured for you, I have a workout program. I have the link in the description box for you. I kind of have something similar to this, where it goes over your diet, it goes over the workouts that you can do, and the days that you can train, days that you can't train, and all of that for you. So if you want to, links in the description box for you. But other than that, again, I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions, just comment below, or there's a forum on my website. But other than that, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.